The first thing and the most important thing when we are thinking about language for all children is to trying to figure out the best way to word this, but basically listen to all of their communication and validate all of their communication. I think that, 5, 10 years ago, we were, in graduate school, you might have been told like, oh, echolalia, that's just a behavior or a stim. You just ignore that and model correct language. And now we know that echolalia is purposeful and it carries a purpose, whether that be for you or for the child. And so really validating everything they say. So if they say, like our classic Paw Patrol example, this pup's got to fly, not saying, no, 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 you have to say, I want to swing, but saying, yeah, this pup's got to fly, then showing them and then, helping them swing. So really validating all forms of communication and understanding that all forms of communication are valid is a huge thing. Doing the detective work is really important. So trying to figure out where those scripts come from and, finding a way to bring yourself into the child's world because really communication should not be about compliance. It should be about connection. And so if you do the work to figure out where that gestalt, where that echolalia is coming from, and you kind of communicate that to the child, you really see the like light bulb go off and that glimmer in the eye that is really like all about like that's what we do. That's why we're therapists is for that connection side of things. So those are two really great ones. And then also modeling gestalts for them that are really easy to break apart later in the progression. So I have taken a Meaningful Speeches course on natural language acquisition and how to support GLPs as a therapist. But there are lots of things that can be taken from that course that people who are parents or caregivers, teachers can use as well. And one of them is doing that. So an example is using the word let's. Let's can be used for so many different reasons. So if you like, let's go to the store, let's get some popcorn, let's swing. And so when you start to model language that contains that beginning part, it helps give them that idea of, oh, I can use let's to convey lots of different things. So even if it just starts with let's go, you can then model different endings, and that's really helpful. So I think, being cognizant of your models, not just modeling single words. I think a lot of parents, when their child is a little delayed in gaining language, fall back on like, oh, let's just get them to say blue, 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 blue. But if you take a step back and consider how an autistic child or other children as well might develop language, you might say, oh, wait, blue, that's just a single word. They need to be learning full phrases because then they're going to start breaking them apart. So modeling, it's a blue one might be a lot more impactful.